Well, it's Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word. I'd like to look at the book of Revelations today, the unveiling of the person of God and the Son of Man, Jesus Christ, His Son, and the release of the Holy Spirit and the retraction of the Holy Spirit from the face of the earth. These are three major things we find in the book of Revelations. One of the greatest things in the book of Revelations is the very God that created the heavens and the earth. In chapter 1 and verse 8, let me read it to you. He says in chapter 1 and verse 8, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending. He created the beginning and He created the ending. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He left this earth for a period of time. He has left this earth for a period of time. Now, He made a way in the Old Testament up until the cross to dwell on this earth in a box, if you please. In a box. The God that created the heavens and the earth is so humongous and so big that He could take the earth in His hand as a ball. A man would throw a baseball and give it a spin, and it has spinned ever since He spinned it and hadn't quit, like a top. And here it is. Yet He was willing to dwell in a box as small as a man. He was willing to dwell in that box for the protection of the human being. And the human being could not stand the light of God. The light of God is overwhelming, overpowering, overimaginative, and because of the sin nature of the devil himself could not look on God. When it talked in Job about the devil becoming in the presence of God, that was the accusing devil, accusing men to God, and making accusations, and searching to and fro in the world to see whom he might destroy. And by the way, he is a destroyer. He's out to destroy all and every single solitary human being that he can destroy. That's what he is. He's the great destroyer. Now, the essential message, and has an abiding appeal, or a continual appeal for the born-again believer to have this knowledge. Let's see what he says. The revelation of Jesus Christ. The revelation of Jesus Christ. John was not divine. John was a man like you or I. He was not divine. He was not John the divine. Even though, John was a regular man like you or I. And Jesus chose him to be an apostle. Also chose him to be a writer of one of the New Testament books. which was the book of Revelations, and the book of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and the book of John. And let's see, this says right here, chapter 1, verse 1, the revelation of Jesus Christ. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must, listen to this, shortly. Listen to this, shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Now God had an angel. Jesus had an angel. Jesus was the messenger of God. If you wanted to use the word angel as messenger, Jesus himself could have been the angel in that aspect. He wasn't an angel. He became a man. He did not become an angel. He became a man. A little, by the way, a little lesser than the angels. I don't know. The redemption story of angels. Nobody does. But I know God created those angels, and the ones that haven't fallen need to be redeemed. When you use the word redemption, that means to redeem. And the angels don't need to be redeemed, those that haven't fallen. Now those that have fallen, you or I don't know if God's ever made a way for some of those to be redeemed. We know that some of them are bound in chains in the bottom of the ocean so they won't molest the souls of men. And that must be a wicked, wicked, wicked angel. And they're going to be loosed from their place one day to come and trouble the souls of men in the great 7-year tribulation. And as they're going to be like, they're going to come out of the earth like locusts. They're going to have the power to sting men, yet the man won't have the power to die. He'll have a sting of death and won't have the power to die. Wow. We're going to call this message the beginning of revealing revelations. The book of Revelations would take weeks, months, years, at 10 minutes a lick to go through it. Now, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. In chapter 21, right near the end, Jesus said, "Behold, I come quickly." When he comes, he's going to come quickly. And you know what he said he's going to do? He said he was going to bring the reward for the works of that men have done with him. Don't miss it. Don't miss that statement, that he was bringing that reward. I'm going to tell you, before you enter the gates of heaven, you are going to be unveiled from this body and put in a new one. You are not going to enter into the gates of heaven with this old body, vile body. You're going to enter with a new body. When Jesus went to the grave and he came back up and he appeared, he hadn't got his new body yet. But when he went and carried the blood to the Father and came back, then he had his new body. Remember, he said, "Don't touch me. I'm not in my glorified body yet." He was in his old body. And even though the people couldn't smell it.